There is our consumer debt to worry about and our public debt to worry about. Lawmakers are pushing for debt to be branded a national security threat. It's already at levels that are frighteningly high, in excess of $22 trillion. One of these days, that's going to mean something. Arizona Republican Congressman Andy Biggs is leading that fight to address it. Good to have you, sir. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, Neil.
So what do you make of this? Deem it a national security threat. What does that give you on your arsenal if it's approached that way?
Well, if it's approached that way, what we'll quit doing the continuing resolutions or short-term spending bills that we do. We'll actually pass a balanced budget, and not only pass a balanced budget, which we haven't done since 1997, but I think we can get on a plan that puts us on a trajectory to make a long-term balanced budget, which we're nowhere near right now. And we're going to kick the can down the road. We'll quit using it with these stopgap measures, and that's really what's adding to the problem all along.
So what would Republicans rein in to get that under control?
Well, the first thing that we would have to do is we could get discretionary spending, which is about a third of the budget. We could start reducing that spending on the discretionary side, and that will help. But we're going to have to sooner or later go to the promised benefits side and not change. I mean, you can do this without taking away benefits or folding on your promises. But every day that we wait, we lose options to correct our problems long term.
When you talk about discretionary spending and addressing that, it's such a small part of the overall budget pie. You have to address entitlements. People will tell you have to address the military. But I don't know if there's the willingness or maybe the courage to do that in either party. So if you do claim that the debt is a national security issue, which it is, then how do you make good on it? You've got to put the fear of God in the politicians that there's greater hell for not addressing it than kicking the can down the road.
Well, and that's exactly right. And that's what I think we're trying to do. We're trying to elevate the discourse, because right now politicians, elected officials are afraid to even mention we have this massive problem. But I'm going to tell you, within 6, 8, 10 years, we aren't going to have any options. They're going to be imposed upon us. And that's a really untenable option for us. And that's what we have to elevate. We have to bring the discourse up. We have to make the American public aware. And I think people talking about it is the only way to make them aware. And right now, nobody even wants to talk about these things. They're afraid to talk about these things, which is why I'm trying to push this forward. And I do have some support this time, which
do you
last
have any
time I
support
introduced
from
this.
Democrats, and how many Republicans?
Yeah. Well, we've had over 50 Republicans in the House, and Senator Perdue's leading the charge in the Senate. And so he's getting people on over there. So far, no Democrats, but it has to be bipartisan. Both sides have to recognize that neither side can obtain its objectives. They want social welfare spending. We need a strong military. We want to keep the promises we've made. But if we don't do something soon, then the choices are taken away from us. We can't do something. It'll be imposed upon us. You know, China owns a third of our debt, for Pete's sakes. And this becomes a bit of a problem as well.
No, it's always been out there, to your point, Congressman. Thank you very much. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you.